life. I already seen too many cold nights. When things went left, I'ma go right. When things went left, I'ma go right. I have to inspire myself, rewire myself, reinventing my wheel and rediscover fire myself. You wasn't there, truth or dare, how dare I lie to myself? Expectations are always met when I rely on myself.
So what's up guys, Mike Hustle checking in really quick with you on YouTube. What I'm doing today, I'm actually working on some designs for some Mike Hustle t-shirts. So I was kind of weaving the vinyl over here. Unfortunately, I only had enough vinyl to do 3 designs, or at least 3 pieces. And I have more than 3 t-shirts. But let's go ahead and print these on the shirts right now so you guys can see what I'm working on. Alright guys, so I got my heat press already set up here. I got it on at 320 degrees for a 10-second press. I got my t-shirt right here. I already have the logo put on the back, so that's pretty neat. And this is where the magic happens. That's hot. So the first thing I gotta do, I gotta put the t-shirt on right now. I gotta make sure it's sitting correctly. I want to make sure I take all the wrinkles out. I don't want the collar to be in there because I don't want to scorch the shirt. This is probably like the most annoying thing about heat pressing. I have like OCD, so if it's not like perfect, my brain starts to spontaneously combust inside my head, and then like there's no type of ibuprofen pill that's gonna fix that. So I have to make sure that it's right every single time, or I'm gonna have a BF. Alright. At this point, I'm ready to move to an island somewhere in the Caribbean where I no longer have to worry about how this shirt is sitting on this right here. That's where my mind is at, you know? But it's okay because that's just the shit we deal with. Boom, make sure it's even looking, a little bit more of my ridiculousness. Then what I want to do is I want to press the shirt just a little bit to make sure to get all the moisture and all the wrinkles out. I just do it for like 3 seconds, nothing too crazy. Now I take my design and I center it. So what I do is take the top of the design, center it on both sides, and pinch the top of the vinyl paper. Then I do the same thing on the bottom because I use it as a sort of reference point. Does that make sense? Take 4 of my fat ass fingers, put them right here to measure from the collar to where the print's gonna be, and I place the print. Drop it right there, boom, take a look at it, looks a little crooked, let's fix that. Wow. Really, it's sort of like a guess. Not so much a guess, an educated guess. That looks good. Everything looks straight. Everything looks clean. Boom. I take a Teflon sheet, put it over, and press. Now the process is not finished yet. What I gotta do now is sort of a warm peel. So I'm gonna take it while it's still warm, peel off the vinyl paper, and then just to make sure that the design is gonna sit there well and is gonna stay in, I do a second press for like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. And that's that. And that's it right there. So this is actually a shirt that I'm working on right now for a giveaway. And I kind of came up with this design last night, honestly, just kind of like thinking, you know, like, you know, people do that. And it just came to mind, so I created the design and boom. That's it. Really something simple, you know. Just wanted to make something that would provide value for the people that wear it. I'm actually wearing it right now. You know, I absolutely love how it fits me. This was the first one I printed, and it's a little bit crooked, you know, so I always take like the worst one and keep it for myself. That way, you know, I'm not giving a bad product to anybody else. Like I said, I don't really have everything that I need to create the rest of them. Actually, you know what? Let's go for a drive. Let's go. That took a little bit too long for comfort. So right now we're gonna be headed to a local heat press shop that I've been to before to pick up some supplies. And I'm gonna be going and picking up a couple sheets of vinyl paper and whatnot to bring them back so I can finish these pieces. All right, so I'm pulling up, and honestly, it's not looking like it's open. Which is kind of annoying. So it doesn't look like it's open. Let's go check. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's Sunday. Saturdays and Sundays is closed. Well, guys, key to success is preparation. And I did not prepare for this. Let's go. All right, so boom. Something unexpected happens. I woke up today, I wanted to finish the shirts. Didn't have enough vinyl paper, so I wanted to get some more paper. At the same time, I decided to make my next vlog today. And as I go with my storyline and head over to get the vinyl, the place is closed. What am I gonna do? Keep going. What am I not gonna do? Let this fuck up my vlog and let it fuck up my day, because that's just weak. And no weak shit over here, you heard? Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna shut you off so that, you know, I can like drive, and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay? So, that didn't really work out as planned, and that's all right, you know, these things happen. So what I'm actually gonna focus on right now is I'm gonna focus on making these. It says embrace it. This is actually the last line of the design right here. And the reason that I'm doing this, you know, last night when I was, you know, putting these together, I was kind of looking at the piece and I'm like, you know what, I feel like you could use a little bit more character. And I had actually made a couple designs that were ruined. You know, they were no good. I couldn't put them on the shirt. So I'm looking at them, I'm like, how could I salvage at least some of this to be able to use it for it not to go entirely to waste? And I saw the last line and I'm like, you know what, this would come out really dope if I were to put it on the sleeve, on the left sleeve. So that's actually what I'm gonna do with it. The reason that I can do that and not, you know, put the whole design on it is because the pieces that I have right now, the pieces of vinyl, are super thin. You can't put the whole design on it. However, I could just take this and line it up all the way down and make that happen. So that's what I'm gonna focus on for the rest of the day, at least until I finish it. I have a friend that's coming over with the heat press, with a hat press, which is a lot smaller. It's not like this thing I got over here. And I'll be able to put those right here really nicely and not jeopardize scorching or doing anything like that to the rest of the piece. But this piece is actually very important to me because of what it means, you know? As you can see, it says, embrace who you are, why you're here, where you're going. You must not compromise. Your passion is yours. And now I will ask you, where are you going? Why are you here? And who are you? Embrace it. The reason that I made this shirt, you know, I was inspired to make it yesterday, but I actually, you know, I mean, as you guys know from my last vlog post, I was working at Wyndham. I was selling timeshare at the frontline operation at Wyndham Bonnet Creek. And, you know, truly, I do have to say that that is an amazing opportunity. I think that you can make a very massive living in timeshare, but, you know, my passions lie elsewhere. You know, timeshare, at least in the first couple years, in the first year in the business, it's the type of job, it's the type of opportunity where you have to obsess over it. You have to obsess, you have to put everything else aside, and you have to live, you have to eat, you have to breathe and sleep timeshare. Because, you know, at the end of the day, it's a process, it's a presentation, and you have to really master it to be able to do well and to be able to make it happen in that industry. And when I think of the word obsession, timeshare is not what pops into my mind. You know, when I think of obsession, I think, you know, of creating. I think of, you know, my brand, and I think of what I want to do and offer the world. And at the end of the day, I had to make a choice. You know, there were people telling me, no more Mike Hustle for now. Focus on this. You know, no more of what you're doing outside. You can't do both. You're not going to succeed. You got to choose. Choose this. This is the opportunity. And these are people that made a lot of money by putting everything else aside in their lives. But it just wasn't what I wanted to do. And for those reasons, you know, when I think of the word obsession, timeshare is not it. And I did it for a year. You know, I've never been at a job for so long. I learned a lot. Like, I learned an immense amount of information working as a timeshare sales rep. And it's definitely, you know, information and tools that I use in everyday life. You know, whether I'm talking to a cashier, or whether I'm talking to my mom or my dad, or whether I'm talking to a friend, or whether I'm having a confrontation with somebody, being able to, you know, work your way around a conversation and get a point across effectively is definitely something that's extremely important. It's a very great skill to have. Sales is a beautiful skill to have as well. But I will tell you guys this, you know, there's been a lot of people that have been telling me that I made the wrong decision. You know, people are telling me that I'm crazy, that I didn't think it through, that I need to focus on prioritizing more and making more money. And I feel, you know, making a lot of money right now is awesome. I know a lot of people that are making multiple six figures in timeshare, but I can't ignore what I love to do. And I have genuine faith. I have unwavering faith in the fact that everything that I'm doing right now will pay off later. You know, it's not like I'm in a position where I have mouths to feed and I gotta sit there and, you know, sacrifice on my passions so that I can put food on the table for my kids. You know, I got a roof over my head. I've been fortunate enough to be able to invest in my crafts and, you know, be able to get everything and pretty much put myself into the position to do everything myself. So I just figured I had to make the best decision for me. I had to think long term and really just choose my passions over what other people think that I should do. So that's kind of the same energy that I'm going to be going into 2020 with, or that I have gone into 2020 with, where I'm just going to do what makes me happy, and I'm going to make it happen, and I'm going to basically just produce. And I told myself that the one way that this decision is worth it is if I commit 110%. The reason that I never succeeded as much as I should have in the past was because I didn't have a full commitment to what it was that I was doing. And that's something that I learned in timeshare, you know. If you want to make any idea come to fruition in your life, you have to make 110% commitment to it. And if you don't have that commitment to it, if it's not more important than you, it's just not gonna happen. You know, the law of attraction isn't just something where every time you're hanging out with somebody and somebody says law of attraction, you go facts, law of attraction, speak it into existence, woo, and it just, you know, things appear, pop, show up in front of you. You know, law of attraction comes with, you know, the thought process and manifestation and faith, but it also comes with work. Like, it comes with the behind the scenes stuff that nobody really sees. So, you know, that's the energy that we're on. 2020 is going to be an amazing year, and I'll tell you what, despite what everybody says, I have unwavering faith. And I truly do believe that what I'm doing is going to work. You know, I do believe that I'm meant to live differently. I do believe that I'm meant to, you know, live outside the box that they put us in. And to be honest, you got to sacrifice. So I'm hyped up. 2020, it's already been like 5 days, and it's already been an amazing year. We're going to go into it with that same energy all the way through. And it's not just about having an amazing year. It's about living an amazing life. You know, so every year is your year. Every year is your time, because your time never runs out. I mean, it will eventually, but you can't peak if you're always improving. Don't be that person that, you know, in the late teens or in the early 20s peaks because they felt like they hit their goal and then they never make new goals and then just stay in the same place. You know, don't be that person. Always grow, always develop yourself. If you feel like you're getting comfortable in your situation, move the fuck out of your city and go somewhere else, like I did, and learn yourself. Spend time alone and figure yourself out so that you can make it happen. And never compromise on who you are. Embrace your passions, embrace who you are, and that's what we're on. So, Mike Hustle,
when things get left, I'ma go right. I have to inspire myself, rewire myself, reinventing my wheel and rediscover fire myself. You wasn't there, truth or dare, how dare I lie to myself? Expectations are always met when I relied on myself. So look no further, I'm your life preserver.